Vince, as happens with most freshmen, you've had, some really good games, and then some I'm sure you'd rather, forget or improve upon. But today, you just seem dialed in at both ends of the floor. Could you just talk about, you got it going early and just sustained that?
Well, my teammates did a good job of finding me. We did a good job of spacing the floor. Compliment the big man because most of the time they're getting doubled in there, so we don't get that. We don't get them opportunities without the bigs. They draw a lot of attention being 7 foot and 7'2", and we just had to knock down open shots and just make open shots. So, like I said, just complimenting my teammates for helping me out and giving me the ball and setting screens and everything like that.
Kendall, it seemed like this was the game where it really helped you guys to take some of those shots off the outside, given what Nebraska was doing with its hands on the inside. Just how, obviously, it's important to make shots, but how important was it to make shots?
Yeah, it was huge, just because of how quickly they were trapping Isaac and AJ. So, they weren't having enough time to kind of get into their moves. So when they were kicking it out, it was definitely opening up shots for us. So yeah, it was huge for us to get to get shots to go down, just to take off the pressure of them focusing so much on the bigs.
Vince, recently one thing where teams have been sort of victimizing you guys on the offensive boards. Today you guys had, I think it was 23-7 on second chance points and really just kind of dominated the boards overall. What was the key there?
Well, this past couple games, we've just been noticing that we haven't been our normal selves on the glass, offensive glass. We worked on it all week in practice, and we just told ourselves, we're going to attack the glass today, we're going to get rebounds. We noticed that they're not that good of a defensive team that's boxing out wide, so we just took it upon ourselves to crash the glass and go hard.
For Vince and, I'm sorry. For Vince and for Dakota, what's the difference with this team that lost to Gardner-Webb in North Florida and Vanderbilt? What has changed over the last couple of months?
I think it's our attention to detail on defensive end. Early in the season, we really weren't that very good defensively. Guarding ball screens, different things like that. And coaches hit on it every day in practice. And I think our attention to detail defensively just gotten so much better. We're so much more engaged, and I think it's helped us a lot.
Yeah, to add to what Dakota said, like you said, attention to detail, and our coaches do such a great job of scouting and preparing us for the game. So as long as we pay attention and walk throughs and just listen, they give us everything that the other teams run. So we just, like we said, be keyed in, be locked in, and pay attention to details, and everything will take care of itself.
Dakota, you guys were really up close on, especially out on the perimeter, 3-4 feet beyond 3-point line. What does that do getting into another team's psyche and letting them know that you're not going to give them anything easy within the 3-point line?
It just disrupts the rhythm and flow of the game. Nobody likes to be pressured that much out there. And good players, they like their space. Fedway, Shields, they're obviously great players in their own right. So, just disrupting their flow a little bit and getting them out of their rhythm can go a long way.
Kendall, as you mentioned before, this team did have a couple losses at home in the non-conference that I know you guys regret. How did it change your mindsets at all coming into the conference season? Because now you're 6-1 at home in the conference and only losses to a top 20 team. Did it kind of give you guys some sort of resolve coming into the Big Ten season?
I think we got really complacent, and I think that, like kind of what Dakota said, we just weren't paying attention to details on what it takes to be a great team. And I think the only teams that are going to make it into the tournament are the ones that that are going to make the other team work on the offensive end. As far as just nothing easy, and I think that defensively was our biggest detriment or area of improvement. I think that we really been tightening that up. And I mean, even just a couple games, as far as Illinois, I think our effort also needs to be there consistently. I think that's how we're getting beat too. And I think if you just clean up, just paying attention to detail as well as our effort consistently, I think that's really where we're gonna have a good chance of winning the Big Ten.
Vince, you mentioned Nebraska didn't give us very good defensive rebounding. Is that something you'd seen on film or discovered during the game today that led to more abilities for you guys to crash those?
We've seen it on film. A couple guys just turn because they pack it in so much. So it's almost hard for them to just grab everybody that's crashing in. So we just seen that, we noticed that, and we just told each other we all got to attack the glass. So we just learned it from film, from watching.
Kendall, how do you think you played today in relation to especially how you've been playing?
I definitely thought I've been helping the team out more than I have been lately, so I felt good. to contribute. And it was just good just to feed off of, the other teammates playing well, especially, Dakota. I think it was good for us to get some shots going down, especially in the same game. And, I think it was a great team win. A lot of guys really contributed. And I think it really isn't about one person on this team. It's really about, everybody contributing, and just how deep our team is. It's really scary as far as us making a run in the tournament.